Hello everyone, today we'll continue with the sign up form. First of all, let me show you the structure of the database. Well, as you can see here, I have one table that I called users. Well, if you want to get the global structure of your table, you can always type the command describe and the name of the table. So for my case, it's users. Describe users, and it shows me the field, their types, whether if they're normal or not, their key, if they're default or not, and any other extra info that I should know about that field. So let me show you how many rows there are in my database. So I'll select from users. Oh, I have an error here. Users. So I have only one row, me. Okay, the reason I showed you this is because right here in the sign up form, I'm gonna try to log in with that same row that already exists in the database and see how the form is gonna react to that. So I type here any example.com 234. Now when I hit sign up, it tells me that the username is already in use. We'll see how we did that. I'm gonna try to log in with a different username, for example and when I sign up now, I have a form here. Here we go. It redirects me to the main page and tells me that I need to log in to go to my profile page. So let's see the code behind all of that. Here I have two PHP files. This is the same PHP file that I used for last time tutorial. The only thing that that's different is that I added this little piece of code. And this deals with if the form is submitted, so if instead of post submit, and there are no errors, which means that the username is not too short, and the same for the password, and if the email is format is correct, then I'm going to header the user to another file called inscription.php. And notice here that I used session variables to transmit the variables from this page to the next page, inscription.php. So I used session variables, and I applied the HTML function, HTML entities to remove any, to filter the user input from the post data, which means the data that is provided by the user. And that's it. So just these lines of code for the first file. For the next file, inscription.php, so I start a session so I can really grab those variables, because you need to include the session start in both files. Then I get the variables. I get the first name, the password, the email, the bio. I removed it for now because I wanted to make things simpler, but you can always add it. And then I declare the variables for the connection to the database, so the host, the username, the password, the database name, and the table name. The next step is to connect to the database, and here I'm going to select the username from the table users, where username equals the user first name, which means the username provided by the user, to see if he exists or not. and then I'm going to execute the query, and I'm going to get the number of rows that verify this condition, and if there is one person with that name already, if count equals or more than 1, that means there is one person with that username already, then I'm going to show this error message to the user. I'm going to tell him that the username is already in use. Else, which means there isn't a user with that username, I'm going to insert the user in that table. So here I used the SQL query, insert into users, the username, the password, the email, and here I'm going to bind the parameters. And what this does, it tells this actually the type of the data. This is string, so this is string. The password is also a string, and the password is also a string, and these are the variables that are going to be added to the database. These are variable sessions, so I can really start a session with the home.php if I want to. If I want the user to the user session to be open, if you want that, of course. If you don't, then I'm going to execute the query, and if it's okay, then I'm going to header him to the home page. This is the home page. So it's very simple. And this is the same sign up form that's gonna be showed in case the user doesn't really provide a username that doesn't exist. If he provides a username that already exists, I'm gonna show him the same form with the error message that I just showed you. The username or the email is already in use. Notice here how I used a MySQL prepared statements, because you don't want to use MySQL. You know, MySQL is so not secure. You can use this or PDO, but for me this is simpler. I don't know about you, but just don't use MySQL. It's not secure, and you know, when you're dealing with user input, you should always be careful. Another thing that I wanted to show you, and I forgot about it earlier, is that I want to show you the structure of the database now with adding the second member to the database. And there you go. You have now I have two users, me and another user. So that's it. Well, that's it for today's session, and see you next time. Bye.